Okay, what is up, guys? I am a PDF TCG. Before I get started on this, a couple updates about my channel in particular. Going forward, I have gotten to a point where I have a lot more responsibilities now than I did when I originally made the channel. Just a heads up, I'm not intending to be dead as like I have for the past few months. It's just been awful for the past few months, but I've kind of stabilized now. To where I think I'll be able to put out some videos, but it probably won't be like the one a week that we were doing before. I just not currently at a point in my life where I'm really able to do that. But we will be doing videos, possibly you know, once every week sometimes, but then other times it's going to be, you know, once every couple of weeks, or you know, just whenever I get a chance to put them out. So in here should be this should be PDF TCG. This was mailed to me by the creator of War Flux. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say that I am not in any way, shape, or form impartial to this game. First of all, he sent me free stuff, so that's never. It's not great for being impartial, but there's also the fact that I did have like a little bit of a hand. Dogs are great. Did have a little bit of a hand in actually like balancing this game. So I'm not going to say that I'm completely impartial, but what I will say, and I don't think these are in any kind of like booster pack or anything. Nah, these are just straight cards. Oh, and there's also dice. Ooh, sorry about that. And there are also dice in here. So, first of all, the art on these is done by Black and Chrono, who did Doman Rhapsody. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So the art on these, if you can see it, is, I mean, they look really good. They look really, really good. The borders also look great. And as I said, I'm not impartial, but I think the gameplay is excellent. Like, the gameplay is definitely there. So we got, you know, Spell Shatter, we got Buried Alive, Concentrated Flux Gems, and then some of the creatures. Now, he said some of these... Noble Flux Gem. It's got Alpha set on it. See, we're going to hold on to this. Because this ever blows up, just having this with the alpha set on there, I'm sure is going to give me all of the monies. But he said that some of these did color test. Some of these did come out kind of dark. Most of these look okay. Like, most of these are fine for the most part, from what I'm seeing. I'm gonna go through these real quick and see if I can find anything that looks like it came out too dark. But most of these look perfectly fine. They are maybe a little bit darker than what I would than what you'd want, particularly the cards that are already kind of dark. And then this is like a full art type thing, which looks pretty good. So let me see if I can kind of. So there are 1, 2, 3. Let me see if I can get all these together. Go ahead and give you guys a kind of quick rundown. Also, like, everything that's in this game right now is subject to change. So any rules that I go over, or probably not the art, but like, you know, abilities or numbers might flip around a little bit. But, so there's like 5 different colors, similar to Magic, except instead of blue, you've got like this purple. And one of these, is this just miscut? I'm not sure if this is miscut, but it's like missing the bulk or all of its border, which is weird. I don't know if that was a mistake on his part or the game crafter, or if maybe some of these are just like full arts or something. Maybe he's probably testing like having borders on these versus not having borders on them. That would be my guess. But yeah, there's 5 different colors, and then you start with 10 flux at the start of the game. And you can have any combination. So you could have like 2 of each, which you probably don't want to do, but you technically could. More realistically, you'd have like maybe 4 green and 6 purple or something. And each turn you will take one of these and you'll choose which one you want to put onto the field, and then you'll kind of get an additional resource each turn, sort of like magic or Hearthstone, if that means anything to anybody. So I could choose to get a green this turn, get a green next turn, and then switch over to getting my purples. And then each of these costs, this costs 1, and then bigger things, this costs 5. So you kind of have to decide, because if you go real heavy in this example, if you went really heavy into purple, but you're also playing green, you wouldn't be able to play the really big, powerful green creatures, which is an interesting mechanic, I think. Just the idea that I can play like 2 or 3 colors, but the more colors I play, the more limited I'm going to be on how large the creatures can be, and like kind of which of the big power creatures I can play and everything. I don't know if creatures are the right word. Creatures might not be the right word. Let's see if it says it on here. I can't remember. No, it doesn't. We're gonna say creature. We could be totally wrong. Here's like a higher rarity card. See, it's got like the blinged out title right here. So the next like really unique mechanic in the game, I'd say, is these numbers down here. So I'm going to try and put one of these dice together real quick. Do I have the actual... Yeah, okay. I have a die. So, on these dice, you'll roll 1 whenever you attack with a creature. Let's see here. So yeah, you'll roll 1 of these dice whenever you attack with a creature. And depending on what color you roll, green, blue, or red, you will kind of have an attack value. So 4, 5, or 7 for this one. Now you have a 50% chance of rolling a green because there's 3 on a 6-sided die. You have a 2 out of 6, or also known as a 1 out of 3, for rolling a blue, which is the next highest. And then you have a 1 in 6 of rolling a red, which is like a critical, and it's kind of a big deal whenever that happens. But the way this actually ends out playing is that you kind of, you can attack like their bigger creature with your smaller creature. And okay, well, I rolled a red. That would be a good example. You roll a red, they roll like a green, and your creature can still kill their creature even though yours is smaller. This does add like an element of luck to the game, but I think more than maybe even more than like the element of luck it adds is it does create like the necessity for like a risk assessment. Like, I'm ahead, I have a bigger creature. Do I want to attack into their smaller creature, or do I want to kind of, handle this in some other way? My creature has a passive effect. Do I want to risk losing that in order to attack into their creature? Even though it's statistically better for me, on the off chance that it doesn't work out, is it still the best option? Same thing in the other direction, like, yeah, okay, I'm losing. This is bad. Statistically speaking, this attack that I'm about to do it's not good. But if I get like 1 or 2 good rolls, suddenly I'm back in the game. Should I go for that? Should I try and wait? While you can't argue that, rolling a dice for every attack adds a bunch of RNG to the game. First of all, I don't think that's an awful thing. And second of all, I do think that the way that it's done adds a lot of strategy as far as whether or not the risk is worth taking. So I think it's the combat in the game is pretty good. I like it. I guess we'll just go over a few more of these cards, but yeah, as you see, green is generally the smallest number, followed by blue, followed by red. I don't think he's done anything that necessarily breaks that rule. Like, a lot of them will be even. It'll be like green, blue, both 1, but red will be big. I don't think he's done anything that like breaks it, and like the 1 deals more than the blue or anything like that. I don't think that exists. But yeah, this is, I think he's sent me most of the cards that he has art for right now. Like I said, Black and Chrono is doing the art for this, and the colors are a little bit off in this video. Probably should have tinkered around with that just a little bit more, but I already like had to reset up my webcams and my microphone and everything because I hadn't done a video in so long. This is full art, and that looks, it looks sick. But yeah, this is great. But he's mostly waiting for art at this point. Most of the cards have been designed. As I said, some of it I imagine might be tinkered around with. But most of the art is done. Or sorry, most of the cards are like done being tinkered with. There might be a little bit of balance changes, but for the most part I think he's got like the designs down. And I've been playtesting this game, and there's not like a lot of balance issues. The pacing is pretty good. I can't see like any major changes being made to like the rules, although, you know, there's always a chance that right before we're ready to put this on the Game Crafter, you know, we find something major. But balance seems to be there, pacing is good, gameplay is fun. There's a lot of games that I've played as far as HTCGs where they're fun to play. I'll play a game, I'll play maybe 2 games, but after that I don't really want to mess with it anymore. Like, I'm just kind of over it. Like, I don't want to sit down and play a best of 5 with anyone, if that makes sense. I don't mind playing a game, I don't mind playing 2 games. This, I legitimately can sit down and play 5 games, 6 games, 7 games, and not be bored. A lot of the other ones, I'm going to attribute it mostly to pacing. They get just a little bit... When you have to kind of slug through a game, and it takes a little bit longer than it should, and then you play another one, you know, by the end of that game you're kind of done. This just doesn't have that problem. This is like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something where I can legitimately play, you know, best of 5, best of 7 even, no problem. As I said, I am definitely not impartial in this situation, but I mean, you'll have to trust me that the gameplay's there. The art looks great. And yeah, I cannot wait to for this to be on the Game Crafter and to be able to play this with people. This looks... Look at that. That was great. But yeah, I am legitimately very, very excited for this. As soon as this gets on the Game Crafter, I probably am going to be doing more videos on this, and if I have the opportunity, and if he's cool with it, I'll probably do more videos on this as it kind of progresses and everything. We do have this game up on Tabletop Simulator. I might try to get a game up or something in the near future. I think that's about it for this. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more videos on this. Let me know if you want like a kind of a actual rundown of the rules, or if you want to see like a battle video of this. I'm sure he would be fine with doing that. Other than that, I do have another shipment that I'm probably going to place today for the Game Crafter for more Chaos Galaxy and Wrath of Words. Yeah, this one's hard to read. You like can't read this at all. I think that's a combination of both fonting and like just the game crafter making everything darker. But yeah, I have another shipment of Chaos Galaxy and Wrath of Cores probably that will be coming in. I'm gonna guess in like 3 weeks, probably, somewhere in there. The Game Crafter is kind of back and forth as far as how long it takes to get stuff to me, so I'm not really sure. But hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks here, I also have a couple other videos that I want to do, so we should be having, not like consistently once a week videos, but somewhat regular videos from here on out. I'm not going to say from here on out. For the foreseeable future, we should have somewhat consistent videos. Anyway, sorry for my long hiatus, and yeah, look forward to more War Flux videos. I really like this game. Peace.